Hey, how's it going, guys? Dan Kitajima here with another episode of How to Grow Your Insurance Agency. Today, I want to talk to you guys about how to blow up your insurance agency. So, this channel is all about growing your insurance agency, but today I want to talk to blowing it up, which is another level of growing it, maybe at a faster, bigger scale, and really making a big difference in your insurance agency. I want to go over the 3 steps on how to do that. All right, so when it comes to blowing up your insurance agency, I could tell you that in the last 2 years, 2 years ago, I saw on my Facebook memories, I went to Dallas, Texas to do a little speech. And during the introduction, I had a little under a $9 million book of business. So it was like 8 point, very high, almost 9. And that's been over 2 years now. And now we're at 13 million, my agency. So in a couple years to be able to grow my insurance agency to that level, I just want to share with you guys what I did and also what some of the strategies should be to if you are really looking into blowing up your insurance agency. So here we go. So step number 1 is going to be to find more leads. I think that's what it's going to come down to, is to be able to write more business. We have to start from the source. The very first step we have to figure out is how to get more leads. So that could come from many different ways, but hopefully, maybe you don't, but you do want to have a lead source that you can count on, that's consistent, and it's also scalable, meaning that if you were to spend $100 on this lead source, you'll get X amount. And then if you spend $200, then you'll get 2X amount. So those are the best lead sources because if you spend more money, then you'll get more. And really, to be able to blow up your insurance agency, you're going to need a lot of leads. So whatever lead source that you have, internet leads, Facebook leads, Google leads, search leads, live transfers, whatever lead source that works for you, you want to find one. If you don't, you want to spend all your time as an agency owner looking for that marketing, looking for your that lead source, or figure out a marketing strategies to make sure you get enough leads. Because without the leads, you're not going to be able to blow up your insurance agency. Yeah, so if you do already have one, then what I did was basically spend more money on it. 2 years ago, what I was spending for leads, it's probably 3 times more now, but that's the cost it takes to blow up your insurance agency. So first thing first is get more leads, number 1. And if you don't have a lead source, then find one. And if you already have one that's working, check the ROIs, check the returns, make sure you're spending, enough money to keep your producers busy. So that's going to be step number 1. All right, number 2 is going to be, it's going to figure out a way to increase your energy level at the insurance agency. So what I mean by that, it has to start off with you, but it's going to take a lot of energy for you to be able to really go big and grow your insurance agency, meaning that it's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of work. You're going to be figuring out, how to hire people, how to train people, how to build, templates, how to, build out your CRM, how to follow up with people, developing systems, email templates, follow-up scripts. There's just so much effort that goes into growing and blowing up your insurance agency. I just want to make it sound easy. So what I thought and what I have done is figure out ways to increase my energy level myself first and foremost, because it all starts with the agency owner. So I know this doesn't sound like it's related to, insurance agency operations, but I started eating better. I started exercising more, and I started getting more sleep, because it takes a lot of energy. The bigger your goals, the more energy it's going to take. And once you're really motivated, once you're energized, once you're just basically doing more, it's going to make a big difference in your agency. Even though, some of the things that you may be thinking are to delegate and to have people do more, which is definitely part of the equation. I strongly believe that it first starts off with the agency owner. If you're motivated, if you're energized, that's going to rub off to your producers and your staff. And then you have to also find ways to get them energized. Okay, so having them, we'll do some book reviews or watch some motivational videos together. Just get them motivated is really a big step, a really important part, because first you're motivated, but you got to get your staff motivated too. So just in general, just having more energy is going to be very important at the insurance agency, because if you have the leads, what good is it if you don't have the producers that are motivated to sell them? Selling insurance requires a tremendous amount of following up. There's a lot of activity that's necessary to be able to sell and retain the clients. So number two is going to be find a way to generate more energy for yourself and for your agency. And then the last step is number three. So you got the leads coming in, you got the energy. So that's a big part of the solution here. But lastly, we also want to talk about something that also is going to help everything stay together, not have anything fall apart, or not have any drama, or not have any issues. And that's going to be making sure you have a good, healthy culture within your agency. Because you can have the best amount of leads, you got the best leads, you got the best producers, very energized. But if you have a bad culture, the growth is not going to be sustainable, and it's going to take, a period of time for you to be able to grow your insurance agency at levels that you may want to consider, what I consider, blowing it up. So when it comes to culture, there's going to be two important things that we have to keep our eye on as agency owners. We really want to have really are paying attention to what these two things are as far as culture at your agency, meaning that the norm, the standards. So number one is going to be customer service. A high level of customer service has to be a culture within your agency. It's not an act or a habit. It's not an act or like a sometimes or whenever I feel like it type of thing. It has to be just an overall view of, everybody at the agency, how they operate is really taking care of our clients. Because again, you can write a whole bunch of policies, you get the best leads, but if you're not retaining the customers, then you're not going to be able to build your book of business. So customer service is sometimes a little harder to compensate for. It's a little harder to measure compared to sales, obviously. So it has to be a cultural thing, and it starts with the agency owner of just valuing your customers, just treating them like gold, and making sure we're taking care of them. Because again, to blow up your insurance agency, it's not all about just sales. It's about retaining your customers. So that's going to be very important. And then the second part of when it comes to culture is going to be teamwork. Okay, so that is something that to be able to build a big agency, and to have something that's sustainable, you need to have, I've always talked about employee retention, but you want to have a team that is looking out for each other, supporting each other. In a sales environment, it can get pretty competitive. So we have to keep our eye on making sure everyone's competitive, but not trying to kill each other. So teamwork, I tell my team all the time, how well we work together as a team determines basically our success level. Because individually, we're not going to be able to do anything, accomplish anything, but together we can do great things. So just teamwork is so important, because when you have a team that works well together, have been working together for a long time, people know their roles, and it's just like a basketball team or offensive lineman. The best ones are the ones that have been together, and they know how to work together as a team. So I really believe that teamwork, when it comes to culture, it's all about teamwork and customer service, just to make sure you could have something that works in the long run. All right, so that's my first three steps, I guess you could say. Get the leads, get the energy, and have a great culture, and then you're really on your way to blow up your insurance agency. It's not going to be easy, but those are the things that have helped me. I hope this helps. For more ways to grow your insurance agency, please subscribe, and let's go out there, and a couple years later, let's see where agencies are at. I'm really excited to keep in touch with you guys. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have any comments, please put them in the comments. Thank you guys. Until next time, let's get it.